What's up, guys? The Rogue Butcher here with Unashamed Gaming, bringing you another Black Ops 3 gameplay today. This one is going to be on the map Hunted, and it's going to be a hardpoint gameplay with the Razorback. You'll see I'm using a laser sight on the Razorback. Actually, this is the only gun I've used laser sight on. I really don't feel like the Razorback needs grip, so I just run quick draw and laser sight. It's got good range. Well, the Razorback's kind of a weird gun. It's pretty much a 4-shot kill. Its 4-shot kill range is very wide. I don't really know that it even has a 3-shot kill range. I guess it might up close, but it's very far, or it's very close if anything, and its 4-shot kill range extends out pretty far. So it's not a bad gun for mid-range gunfights at all. For sub-wise anyway, it's not a bad gun. So it doesn't really need grip. It doesn't really need long barrel, in my opinion. So I just put laser sight on there. It already has good hip fire as well, but laser sight makes it really good hip fire, which does help for the up-close gunfights a little bit. It makes up for the lack of ability when it comes to 3-shot kill range. With the hip fire, you can often land first shots on people, so that kind of makes up for it. You'll see this gameplay doesn't really go our way for most of the game, I guess, or at least the first half or so, but gets going towards the end. It's another longer one, but I think it's worth it if you guys stick around and watch. I'm going to be talking about a variety of different things in this video. Not really sure all what yet. First thing I'm going to talk about, though, is the Super Bowl. Of course, was last night, because this video is going up Monday. Carolina Panthers versus the Denver Broncos. I can't really say it was a good game. I mean, it wasn't that exciting. There was a lot of just punts and field goals and just meh. I mean, I'm a Carolina fan, so obviously I wasn't happy with the outcome of the game. I think both teams deserve to be there. Panthers coming into it had one loss in the whole season. They beat, every team they needed to beat to get there, and some of them rather convincingly. Yes, they had some close wins, and they did have a loss to, the Falcons, which were bad. But that being said, they were a good team. I don't think anybody could argue that they weren't a good team, just because you simply can't go 16-1, 17-2 on the season and not be a good team. Is that right? 16-2, maybe 16-2. I don't know. I guess 16-2 is what they were. I don't math is hard, but either way, you can't go an entire season only losing 2 games. One of those being the Super Bowl. On sheer luck. I mean, some games may have been won on luck, some, a lot won on skill. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I just want to talk about the game as a whole. Trying to give an unbiased kind of overview of the game. It was, like I said, not a very good game. I mean, it's great that Peyton Manning won, probably his last game that he'll ever play, I'm assuming, and it was the Super Bowl. And that's good for him, good for the Denver Broncos, but he didn't really do it. I mean, he didn't throw a touchdown pass. He threw a 2-point conversion, but the game was won on their defense and their kicker, basically. So, congrats to Peyton, but at the same time, he didn't win that game. But I don't think I think the Broncos deserve to win 100%. Panthers didn't play. Just didn't play. They didn't show up to win. They showed up to, I don't know what they thought was going to happen. But I was kind of worried going into it. I think the Panthers were the better team coming into it. But that being said, I think they didn't play like it. They played like a much worse team that didn't deserve to be there. But I think they did deserve to be there, is what I'm trying to say. But the Broncos deserved to win that game. They deserved to win it and get everything that they got out of it. They had a great run through the playoffs. It was a great game for them. Good season for Denver. So I think it was good. Good outcome, I guess, in the worst possible way for a Panthers fan. But still, Congrats to the Broncos. My opinion really doesn't matter anyway. That's just what my thoughts are on the game, since it's fresh on everybody's minds and it was yesterday. So now I'm going to switch gears a little bit. I'm going to talk about some stuff going on in the Call of Duty competitive community. Of course, later this week is UMG Carolina. I tried really hard to be able to go to that. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. But nonetheless, the event will go on. Pro teams will be going. A bunch of amateur teams will be going. It's, of course, a challenger event, so it's how you get into the challenger league or something like that for the CWL, for COD champs. So that's going on. Recently this week in the competitive scene, a lot of stuff happened with a team called FaZe. They used a map exploit on Breach, I believe it was. Is that right? Breach? I don't remember. But they used a map exploit, and it didn't really have an outcome on the game, but they were forfeited the game because of it. And, everybody's kind of up in arms about it. And I agree that they should have been forfeited the game. If you use a map exploit, you should forfeit. That's just what there is to it. It didn't really, like I said, them using it, they used one round in the search and destroy. It didn't really have an outcome on the game. They would have won anyway, but you just don't be stupid, just play the game legit, the way it was intended to be played. The same goes for G-sliding. G-sliding, it's gone now for the most part. I guess you can still sort of technically do it, but it doesn't really do anything. I don't really know how to do it. But G-sliding's gone, and I think that's good. I think it broke the game as far as the game flow goes. How quickly people were able to get to places and stuff like that was not how the developers intended. And I think it's good that they got rid of it. And I think that'll make, it a little more fun to watch at UMG Carolina and stuff like that. Just going into it with knowing that that stuff won't be in there. If you'll notice, we were down again by about 100 points, kind of like the last Hardpoint comeback video I uploaded. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you the outcome of this video, but like I've said in the past, I don't like to upload losses. But we were down like 180 to like, we only had 80 or something like that. I think we were down by about 100 points at one point in this video. So just keep an eye on that. I think I'm showing the score in this game. I hope I am. It might have been a theater recording. So if I don't show the score a lot, I'm sorry about that. I don't really remember if this was in theater or not. So we'll just have to see. But yeah, those are my thoughts on some of the things going on. The Vesper got nerfed, so that's good. I don't know how nerfed it got. Honestly, I probably won't find out. Really, I don't use the Vesper, and I probably won't ever use it again now that I've gotten gold for it. So I'm not really sure I'll ever find out how the nerf really affected it. But that being said, I think it did need a nerf. Now, if we could just get the M8 nerfed, that'd be great. I've unlocked the M8 now finally in my 6th prestige. I use my permanent unlock for the M8, and it's just too easy to get kills with that gun. It really is. I don't use what am I trying to say? I don't use grip on it. I use quick draw and high cal. The reason I don't use grip is I don't really think it needs it. Plus, if you put high caliber on it instead, the extra kick is only going to make you get more headshots. It's not really going to affect you hitting them. It's just going to give you quicker. It's going to give you faster kills. So I think that setup is a little bit better. I run quick draw on everything just because I like to be able to aim down sights faster. But grip is not really necessary on the M8. To me, without grip, it feels more like the Black Ops 2 M8, which I was good with. I wasn't necessarily too good with this M8 to begin with, mostly because I hadn't used it a lot. But making it feel as much like the Black Ops 2 M8 it only helps me out because I love that gun. It was a good gun. And I don't feel like the Black Ops 2 M8 was too powerful or too OP in a sense. I feel like this one still is. Compared to the rest of the guns in the game, but I guess I can't really do much about that. But those are my thoughts on the M8. Like I said, talking about a bunch of different stuff in this video. But there should be an M8 video coming out soon. I'll probably do a little more in-depth analysis on the gun itself and the gameplay, of course, when that happens. I don't really know. I say soon. Soon is relative. I don't know when for sure. I'm pretty busy this week. I'll actually be out of town for the end of the week, so I'm not going to be playing much. I'll just be using old gameplays. So not old gameplays, but gameplays I already have recorded. So not sure when the M8, I just started using it. Not sure when you'll get that video, but it will come at some point. I want one that really shows just how easy the M8 is to use. It's really not a very skill requiring gun. You can pretty much one burst people up close. You can one burst people far away too with the M8. It's pretty ridiculous. So nerf the M8. Oh, also in the update, they buffed all the shotguns again, which is stupid. They added range to like all of them. So I don't really know. I don't understand the logic behind a lot of these gun tweaks that Treyarch has been using or putting in the game. But again, it's not my game. It's not up to me. I just gotta, as a player, you gotta learn to play with it. You gotta learn to adapt to whatever the game is. Learn how to be good at the game that you're playing. So that's all there is to it. Might not like it, but that's how it works. So those are my thoughts, guys, on everything going on right now in the world of video games in the real world. Not anything serious, of course, but those are the thoughts I've been having. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. And I almost said Big Timer's outro. If you didn't, be sure to refresh it and give it another chance. And as always, guys, we do have outros, though, so it really doesn't matter. I guess we don't really have an outro, but I'll say see you next time, guys, and God bless.